7-part series title, Canon 29 Exposed, Who Changed the Sabbath? Episode titles, The Smoking Gun, Canon 29 versus God's Sabbath Command. Sabbath was never for Jews only, it was for all mankind. Did Jesus change the Sabbath, or did the church? 20 lies. Sunday keepers tell, and the Bible shreds them all. The real Lord's Day, God's seal, or papal mark. Malachi 3:6 versus church tradition. Who really changed? Judgment Day. Will you defend God's Sabbath or man's Sunday? Episode 1. The Smoking Gun, Canon 29 versus God's Sabbath Command. Canon 29 of the Council of Laodicea is one of the most shocking and undeniable pieces of historical evidence proving that the Catholic Church, not God, not Jesus, not the Apostles, changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. Canon 29 reads, Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath, but must work on that day, rather honoring the Lord's Day, and if they can, resting then as Christians. But if any be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema from Christ. This was not just a suggestion. It was a religious law created by men in authority to override the eternal law of God. They took the seventh day, the only day ever called holy by the voice of God, and replaced it with Sunday, a day never blessed or commanded by God. What God said versus what man said. Exodus 20, 8-11. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Now compare that with Canon 29, which says, Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath. This is a direct contradiction. Who is lying, God or the church? Because both cannot be right. Why this matters. If man can change the Sabbath, man can change the 10 Commandments. If the church can overrule God's law, then who really is your God? The one who wrote the law in stone, or the institution that dared to erase and rewrite it? Daniel 7:25 prophesied, He shall think to change times and laws. Canon 29 is the fulfillment of that prophecy. It is not God's will, but man's rebellion. Challenge to all skeptics, pastors, priests, and imams. Find one verse, just one, that says Jesus changed the Sabbath. You will not find it. But what you will find is that Jesus kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. His disciples kept the Sabbath after his death, Acts 17:2, Acts 18:4. The Sabbath remains in the new heaven and new earth, Isaiah 66:23. Jesus said, If you love me, keep my commandments, John 14:15. Revelation 14:12 speaks of God's end-time saints who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Coming next, in episode 2, we expose the lie that the Sabbath was only for the Jews and prove that it was made for all mankind before sin, before Moses, before a Jew ever existed.